Kicha Sudeep and Jacqueline Fernandez's much-awaited trailer from Vikrant Rona is out. The video is a visual treat with great visuals, action and thrilling elements. Although the storyline seems to be a mystery, as Kicha in the role of a police inspector is on search of a devil in a village. The trailer launch took place in Mumbai and the lead actor spoke to media and revealed many things including associating with Salman Khan production, pan-Indian reach and more. Check the trailer launch here.
What is the genre? Because it's got fantasy, it's got thrill, it's got adventure. Sudeep sir, how long did the script take? How long did it take to make this film?
So,
Anup, why don't you answer that question?
well, it took me a year to write the script and then one more year to refine it. So, to get it to the shape that is in right now.
Wow, can we have just the greatest applause? It took you a year to write the script and 1 year to refine it.
Yeah, 1 year he wrote without me, 1 year wrote after me.
So, we've seen so many trailer launches. This is something that we do
Can
here.
we have the mic volume a little up? I don't know if someone is here.
Yeah, we'll get it increased.
Yes,
So I was just saying that now the whole world of movies has changed. It's not about one industry that is based in the West or the South, but all these films that have become pan-India films where language is no barrier. I saw the trailer plate. It says, releasing in Kannada, Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam and Hindi. Now, we talk about the films that have become these pan-India films. I'll just name them so that everybody gets a feel of it. Pushpa never had this kind of a trailer launch. RRR had a trailer launch. It was done on a big scale. The film KGF also did not have this big a trailer launch. Vikram, Kamal sir's film, had a launch like that. You just had an entire performance, on the ground floor when you were coming up. What is the thought when you're putting this film out in such a big manner, in all the languages?
See, I guess if you're going to a 5-star restaurant and paying such a bill, you need such a platter, right? So I guess if we do not respect our own film, that it is big, and if we do not look at our own lives, that it is big, who else will? So this is a big film because we started big, we had a bigger idea, bigger thought, and that's exactly how we want to present it. That's exactly the result. When we are looking forward to a bigger results, I think that's the best approach, is to go the way we want to.
You've traveled the entire length and breadth of India now through your movies. You've done a lot of Hindi movies. You've now done a film which is also originally in Kannada, but it's going to be a pan-India film. Just tell me, how different is the scale? Like just looking at that song, the number of dancers, the kind of set that has been put up. When you walk onto a set like that, which is not just a Hindi film set, forget about which language it is in, with someone like him who's such a huge star, does it overwhelm you?
It does. Honestly, after all of the work I've even done over all these years, when I walked onto the Vikrant Rona set for Rakama, I was in shock because this was 2021 post-second wave. And the precautions they took, the amount of work they put into making sure everybody was safe, everything was handled well. I felt like there was 1,000 people on that set. It really was magnanimous. It was very surreal. I couldn't believe it. I keep talking, about how the set had every single perfection in it. It was grand. It was crazy. But one thing I want to mention about the way they have done the trailer launch, and I experienced this also while I was shooting for Rakama, was everything for them in this film and the way they're working, this entire team, is like a celebration. So even when I was there, it was like every single person on that set, the 1,000 of us, from the lighting to spot to visual effects, everything, they were all having a really good time. And we were, as you saw, the song was really, really big, and there was so much to do and a lot of hard work to put into it, but still people were smiling, having fun. Pack up was, it was like, oh, okay, but great, we did a great day of work. And it was, honestly, kudos to them because they are the ones, they're the captains, and they really put it all together. So thank you so much, Sudeep sir. Thank you so much, Anup. Thank you, Ken, for having me as a part of this film. And really, it's a great kind of way to enter to Kannada industry, and I really had such a great time. Thank you.
Alankar, I'm just going to pick up all the words that Jacqueline used. She said it was grand, it was a celebration, you're the producer, everything costs money. But just how many sleepless nights did you have? Because when you look at the trailer, the kind of scale that has been mounted on, just what was your thought when you had started with this film? What was Anoop's idea?
I'll just intervene in between. My producer is my friend, my manager also, Jack Mahai. Jack Manju, he's had multiple fractures on his leg, so that's why he's not traveling. So he's my co-producer, Mr. Alankar. He's representing him, just so you know what you're talking about.
So Alankar, just when you're a producer on a film, and when the director has such a grand vision, what are the thoughts in a producer's mind?
Now, basically,
You should have said it on the mic.
basically what happened was like all the work was on Sudeep sir's and Jack sir's shoulder. It's only that I came into the part because I wanted to be part of this kind of big movie. Jack, if you look at it, though he's little, if you see him, he's a little short, but his way of thinking is way above. So he's a guy who came about 2 years back and said, I want to do something, a teaser on Burj Khalifa. That's what his idea. So his ideas are like that. And good thing is like when Invenio Origin, though it's a Singapore and a Dubai-based company, it's the first time we are venturing into India. It was earlier Invenio Films India was a production arm of Invenio Origin, but Invenio Origin is the first movie in terms of Vikrant Rona. So we want our international presence also to be part of this movie. So coming about all the grandeur and everything, it's all because of Mr. Sudeep sir and Mr. Jack and enhanced by Jacqueline and then Anup Bandari. That's how. So I basically lended a hand towards them. That's how it has been, and I've been safe. That's what I could say.
And that presence is looking absolutely fantastic. Right. Members of the media, I'm done with my questions. The microphone will be passed to you. So can we have the first question? Where is it coming from? Faridun bhai, you want to start? आएगा आएगा नहीं वो आएगा सर वो भी करवाएंगे पहले सवाल पूछ ले उसके बाद हम लोग फ्लो है ना फरीदुन भाई somebody has the question where okay
Hi Sudeep sir, Akriti here from Absolute India News. Sir, I want to ask, after Makhi, this is your second pan-India release and on such a grand scale. So what are your expectations from it?
Big.
Hello. Hi, this is Akash Bhatnagar from Bollywood Bubble. Jacqueline, firstly, you are looking stunning.
Thank you.
I wanted to ask you this. I wanted to ask you this, that we got to know that you made Kicha sir make his reel debut, Instagram reel debut. I have heard his side of the story in an interview. So I want to know from you what tricks you had to pull out to kind of convince him to do that.
So I actually got him on a video call. And we had a little challenge that he said, okay, fine, I will do the reel because this was his first reel, and he likes to believe that he can't dance, but I genuinely think he's a better dancer than me, and I found that out on on the song. The choreographer Jani Master, after the first shot that we did together, he actually said, okay, cut. Then he was like, Jacqueline, thoda aur energy. Sudeep sir, perfect. And I was like, oh my God, this is my first shot with Sudeep sir. And I was like, and my choreographer is telling me to put more energy into it. So he really is, I think he is very modest. And I really wanted him to, to do this reel because the song is so amazing and I really believe he's a good dancer. So he challenged me. I had to say a few lines in Kannada and he did the reel. And that was it.
Hi, this is Sohelia from Channel-Bollywood. The trailer is amazing, a visual treat. Congratulations to the entire team. Salman Khan is releasing the film. Sudeep ji, you have a great bonding with him. You were in Dabang. So at that time, was it like discussed about this film? And Salman is known for his friendship, and he is always there to support whatever good thing comes. You and Jacqueline, I would like to know something. Your bonding and this film. Association with Salman Khan.
My bonding with her?
No.
Okay. So, no, sir, we didn't discuss anything in Dabang. I totally believe that my relationship with him is nothing to give and take policies. Dabang was my gesture towards his film. This is his gesture towards my film. And Salman Khan, sir, the person and the human I know, he's very okay to come and do a song or a cameo or anything of that sort. But SKF is very close to his heart. So I don't think he will associate with our film unless and until he's quite confident about the content. But it was much later that actually during Dabang we were just in the initial discussion stages also. So it's later, much later, he saw the clippings and everything, and then he threw up on that idea. Is there anything that I can do? I think that's a huge line coming from him, and of course I smiled. I said, of course. And what better than see, we were not expecting anything else. Yeah, we have done our hard work. We have done our bit. From a brother to brother, he came in as a presenter, and then today he's taking a lot of initiatives. And he wanted to be here, even in Bangalore and today at Mumbai, but then because of his protocol issues, he is not. That is a very huge elephant strength we have got on the first title card when you see SKF also. So I think that's the bonding I have, and he's always been welcoming me every time. I think both of us have been unconditional to that. And as far as Jackie goes, I guess I said my first hi with her on an accidental call. I had called video call on Sohel's number, and she behind him. And that's when I first said hello. I had not seen her or met her, apart from the films. I guess later we got to know, and when the song popped up and his idea of the song, this was the first name we took, and I was like, call her. I remember one song of hers in Kick where she dances and Salman by claps. He says, this is your bit, this is my bit, I'm not going to dance. That is my same emotion. I said, anyway, the song, she has to dance. I said, just get her. She's fabulous and she'll do. And this was just a thought, so we were not even sure whether they will accept, whether they would come. I do not know. See, because we also had a scene, and the moment an actor comes in for a celebrity dance, and if she has a scene, they'll immediately look upon it like a character. But I don't think she had any hitches. She immediately came. But then he put a bomb on me that even I'm dancing. I didn't know till then. They conned me that I was actually a part of the song, like going around and looking. It's a part of a huge scene. And then they conned me that I was too embarrassed to say anything because they were already looking at me. I said, okay. And I did. But then one thing I should tell you on behalf of our team, that she has done a scene. And the previous day to the scene, as we were packing up, the director wanted a rehearsal of the scene. And this lady surprised us with the entire scene. She didn't even take a single prompt of a language she's unaware of. She just did the entire scene on the rehearsal. And I was quite shocked. I asked her, how do you know the whole lines? And then she came back on me saying, why was it wrong? I didn't know what to say further. It was not wrong, but it was surprising because many people take prompts. Many people, especially the language you don't know, sir. And she did a great job. And then I was insisting she only dubs, gives a voice, because there's some uniqueness about her voice when she talks. So that's my bonding with her right now, and I'm on stage with her.
Sudeep, sir, to your left.
Thank you so much.
Hi, Sudeep, Faridun from Bollywood UNPLUGGED.
I know you.
Okay, so Sudeep, I think fantastic promo. We've seen several films that have been made in say 3D, for example, but I think the way this film is being mounted and the experience of 3D in this one, the promo, I think it's truly unique. I don't think that we've experienced that in Indian cinema yet. So congratulations. My question to you is, what is the importance of patience and tenacity in pursuit of excellence?
Patience is a must for anything, I personally believe. And before I even answer that question, you sat here and saw the 3D?
Yes.
Okay, I think you should see it once more from there. That's why, because yesterday we had a view in Bangalore and we were made to sit in front, and we just realized we had to go little rows behind to get the best experience, and today we made that intelligence of walking up there. So you should see it from there. But anyway, I guess, see, when we make a film like this, Farid, that we don't have a thought in mind that, we're going to go make it big. We just want to tell a story that we have been working upon. And these are the things, and especially when you have unconditional people supporting us. Unconditional people, as in, it can be a per se, it can be actors, it can be technicians, it can be the financier, it can be the investor, producer, whoever it is. When everybody are unconditional, no, that means this will need a lot of patience, and then that starts growing. It grows and grows, and what could be a 1-year project becomes a 2-year project. And with the help of COVID, it became a 3-year project. But today we are all very happy. The outcome is like this, and just because of a couple of films or anything doing well and going pan-India is not the whole reason for us to be here. This was an idea even before anything had clicked, that we want to say this story globally. And for that, I'm sure that you understand that everybody on the set had to be patient. We have already celebrated 3, 4 birthdays before getting the trailer out to you. So, yeah.
Okay, Jacqueline, what sort of conversation did you have with your mirror today? That I look beautiful every day, but maybe today is special, today is different. I look extra beautiful today. Did you have that conversation today?
No, I've had no such conversation with myself in the mirror today.
But I think you
I don't know, do you do that?
I can't.
That you look exceptional today, you do.
I think you're looking outstanding, and I think you deserve to have that conversation. So congratulations for that.
Thank you.
Now,
So
when it comes to Rakama, for example, do you think that there's an answer to Jumme Ki Raat now, post this one?
every song is special. I mean, on Jumme Ki Raat, there was this whole different, of course, I think way more nervous, I think, in Kick. So when we were doing Jumme Ki Raat also, I just remember being extremely nervous throughout that song, not knowing, like what was going to become of it and how I would be performing. And somehow, on Rakama, I guess, maybe years later, I was a little bit more like confident about it, and hearing the song, just also working with all of these amazing people. I knew also the exact same, the character I needed to be. She had to be like very, very like fearless and out there, and like just kind of cheeky also. And so I think according to that character, I allowed myself also to become that on the set, and it was exact equal amount of hard work. The steps were crazy. We rehearsed for like a good, I think, 15 days. And same thing with Jumme Ki Raat. But yeah, I think every song is so special, right? So this one had a completely different energy. And I hope, of course, we're already getting such great reviews on it. And I know a lot of people are dancing along to it. People are liking the hook step. And that's what matters the most, that the audiences do appreciate it.
Sudeep sir, to your left, Amit here from Dainik Bhaskar newspaper. Sudeep sir, जब ये चीज़ कही जाती है कि हम एक पैन इंडिया फिल्म लेकर आ रहे हैं, तो ये इंडिया इतना डाइवर्स है और उसके टेस्ट हर 100 किलोमीटर 200 किलोमीटर पर चेंज होते रहते हैं, ठीक है? इवन जो मतलब जिस तरह की कमर्शियल फिल्म हम लोग तेलुगु में देखते हैं, उस तरह की कमर्शियल फिल्म शायद कन्नड़ में नहीं होती या तमिल में, मतलब थोड़ी वो अलग होती है. तो ये पैन इंडिया फिल्म हम कैसे सारी इंडिया की ऑडियंस को ये अपील करेगी?
Sir, there is a commerciality in every state. It's just that probably you're not aware of it. You're getting aware of it now. So welcome to our film industries too. I just want you to know that we watch all the OTT platforms. Today, if a thing like COVID had not come, I don't think you'd be so aware of a Korean series, Korean language films, Thai series, Thai language films. We all had time, sir, to look into these lives. And then we suddenly realized there are a lot of people in the world who are making very good films. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to have a comparison of any sort. So when we say Telugu industry is coming in as pan-India with its commercialities, sir?
Yeah, please.
Yeah. When it is having of that sort, we are not taking them as a comparison, sir. We all tell our stories. Even in Telugu industry, there are a lot of directors who tell their own stories. Each one is not actually, kind of looking into what others are doing and conning their scripts. So here, Kannada industry has been surviving very long enough to proudly say that, we are also here and we tell stories. It's just that theatrically, we never used to have releases. It used to be only satellite and dubbed. Now we are coming theatrically, so people are getting aware of all the kind of languages that's in India. It's not just South Indian. I think every other language also deserves to have a theatrical release. It's just about their capacities and their ideas and their approach.
And इस तरह का प्रेशर तो मैं नहीं कहूँगा, क्योंकि मतलब KGF भी आपकी कन्नड़ स्टेट की है और उसने जो लाइन खींची है वो काफ़ी लंबी है. So क्या मतलब विक्रांत रोना भी हम कहेंगे कि 1000 करोड़ क्लब की फिल्म के लिए है?
Sir, I've seen a man who's driving 1 lakh rupees salary also very happy, and I've seen Mr. Ambani also equally happy, sir. So if 1,000 crores is what is going to make a person happy, I don't know. Maybe I will do 2,000 then. But if a success is what is going to make me happy, I think you asking me this question is already making me a very successful man.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, the question over
Hello,
here.
hello.
Visual effects and lot of, I think, latest things you have used. Just want to know more about it. It's looking very different.
So when we decided to make a 3D film out of it, so I was asked a question that, would 3D work for this film? So my instant answer was yes, because, the way the film was shot, there was a lot of parallax in the camera movement and all that. So I was very confident that this film would look good in 3D, but my concern was, will we get a team that can make it look good? Because, having a dream is one thing, but realizing it needs a lot of talented people. So luckily for us, we had a good VFX team, a good 3D team, and we worked day in, day out, and we continue to, do that, put in that effort every day now to give you that experience that you just saw in the trailer. So we want to make it even better in the film. So I think having a good team, we had a team called Race 3D working on a 3D, and Radiance VFX is one that is heading the whole VFX department, and they did a fantastic job. And that is the reason you're seeing that result on screen.
Hello.
All right, we're taking one last question from that lady in the corner.
Hello, sir. Gumma banda gumma. Gummanige welcome Mumbai ನಮಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ನಿನ್ನೆ ಶಿವಣ್ಣ ಸರ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಕೋವಿಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಕೆಲಸ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಮಾತ್ರ ಸುದೀಪ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಬ್ಯುಸಿ ಇದ್ರು ಅಂತ. ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಂಟರ್ ಟೀಮಿಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅನುಭವ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ? ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿ, ಓಕೆ. ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಓಕೆ, ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ.
Sir, translation.
I love my language, man, but I'm not so.
ಸರ್, ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ.
That's what I would like to.
ಕಲ್ಪದಲ್ಲಿ ನನ್ನ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಧ್ವಜ ನೋಡಿ ನಂಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಂತೋಷ ಆಯ್ತು.
Ma'am, subtitle.
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ.
Because nobody here can understand आप क्या पूछ रही हैं. If you could just translate it.
Actually कल कन्नड़ में रिलीज हुआ है ट्रेलर. उसमें शिवराज कुमार जो हमारे हैट्रिक हीरो है, उन्होंने इनको सब बोला था इनके लिए कि पूरा कोविड में सब लोग घर में बैठे थे, लेकिन सुदीप ऐसे ही कि कहाँ कोविड ज्यादा नहीं है, वहां पे जाके शूट कर रहे थे. मैं उसके अनुभव के बारे में एंटायर टीम को पूछ रही हूँ.
यही पूछ लेती हैं आप?
नहीं, हमारी भाषा हमको
लेती तो
पूछी
इतना
है.
अटेंशन तो नहीं मिलता वैसे.
Sorry सुदीप सर, समझा मैं समझा.
मैम, ऐसा नहीं है कि ढूंढ रहा था कि कोविड कहाँ कम है, उधर जाके काम कर रहा था. जहाँ मैं काम कर रहा था उधर कोविड कम हो गया था, बस. नहीं, प्रिकॉशन की बात नहीं है मैम. कोविड ऐसा, like, I can, if you're walking into the hall, I can figure out you're walking, right? How do I see from where COVID is coming, man? From whose nose it is coming out, from whose mouth it is coming out? I have no idea. It was, I guess, just a dare that I did that, I'll go and work, and because we had things to meet up and it was getting a little claustrophobic. Somebody had to, and I did, and we got lucky and we created a bubble even before we knew a word called bubble. We took our precautions and everything, but we dared and we could finish it.
Good afternoon. This is Rachna here. Hi. I'm from Bombay Times. My question, I have actually one question each for both of you, Kicha sir and Jacqueline. Who do I direct my question to first? The question is for both of you. You can't direct it to the director. So, can I ask you first?
He's the man behind everything, so just pointing out. Yes,
no,
yes,
the question is specifically for you, sir. So, with 25 years behind and with the kind of work we are seeing around us today, what do you do to elevate the level of the work that you put forward when you make a film like Vikrant, Rona, or anything else that you decide to back? How do you make yourself, your work relevant to your audience when you have so much already behind you? What do you sort of put into your work?
You said it right. It's already behind me, so I have to look front, no?
Yeah.
So I have to look ahead about what more can I do to entertain. See, this is the only profession I've been in from the past 25 years, and this is all I know, to tell stories. So there are a lot of beautiful minds and creative people like Anup and people who are around me who still want to make films, and when we collaborate, this is what comes out. See, eventually I think storytelling has been the only thing that we have been doing in film industry, but the way we say it changes. Every decade it changes, but eventually if you look at it from close quarters, storytelling has changed drastically in the last 2 to 3 years. Somehow it used to, just go back a couple of years, it used to still be the same old kind of 4 songs, 5 songs a film, and a couple of things and entertainment and a joke and comedy scenes incorporated. But right now I think it is all about speed. It's about how fast you tell a story. It's about what is the momentum of your film. Leave your story and script aside. What is the speed of your film? Are you telling me something what is not connected in the film? So these are the thoughts, and especially when we start looking into our lives, this is what we want to do. We want to tell better stories. How do we do it? We educate ourselves too. What are the requirements today? So we have to. And if you are still thirsty, ma'am, I'm sure we'll still drink water. Okay. And I'm very thirsty.
That's nice to know. Jacqueline, I had a question for you also. This year, you're starting your releases with Vikrant, Rona. There's Circus, there's Ram Setu. There's grandeur attached to every project that you have sort of greenlit in the last 3-4 years that is all coming out this year. What exactly were you sort of looking at when you were sort of going ahead and saying a yes to all of these projects? Because there is some kind of, scale attached to each one of them.
I think also, like you had mentioned in your question to Sudeep sir, I think the question for a lot of actors when they're taking up certain roles or films, they always... Turn it off. No, I turn it off. They do look for growth. And I think for me, with every project, I look at how can I grow through this? Is it somebody new that I want to be working with that I can learn from? With Vikrant, Rona, of course, that is a completely different industry altogether. So for me, the challenge was now performing in a totally different language with a completely different crew, and singing in Kannada was actually quite difficult, and even giving those scenes in Kannada was actually quite difficult. It was quite nerve-wracking, but I knew if I didn't put myself out there, and if I didn't at least attempt it, the last thing I want to do is remain, stagnant in my life or in my career. So it definitely opened my eyes up to, what there is and so many other possibilities as well. So yeah, I think it's mainly that, just how can I grow? Thank you for the question. Thank you.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for all the questions. And our photographer friends, they want pictures. But also, for this photo opportunity, I would like to invite a few other people who've been very instrumental in making sure that this is a success. So, first up, Shamira from Salman Khan Films. If we can please have you on stage. Also, Mr. Deepak Sharma from PVR. And Mr. Neeraj Joshi from Z Studios.